Dante's Boxing Nation.
If you fight Manny, which may happen, on April 16th, if the fight goes down, how do you beat him?
Just being me, doing what I do best, fighting how being fighting.
Buddy McGurk tells me you're the best pound for pound. I was at the Floyd gym today. They told me you're the best pound for pound. How do you like that title, Terrence Crawford, best pound for pound?
I love it. You know, that's letting me know that the world is taking notice of my talent.
Cotto Canelo, how do you break that down?
Canelo,
Why?
lose.
He's gonna lose?
I got Cotto.
Why?
Cause I think experience gonna play a big factor, and I think Canelo gonna be too much for him. Only way I see Canelo winning is if he wear Cotto down and the youth play a big factor in that fight.
Terrence, as great a fighter as Pacquiao is, do you feel like he stylistically plays into your hands?
I don't know. You have to wait till we get in the ring. I feel like my style match up with anybody because I can adjust. I can fight both ways. I can come forward. I can fight going backwards. So I feel my style, can be the best.
When you went southpaw in your previous fight about a week or two ago against Gary Jean, you started dominating the fight once you went southpaw. Was that something you planned before the fight, or was it just an adjustment you made on the fly?
Just an adjustment on the fly. We knew we was going to turn southpaw, but we didn't know when, so it was just an adjustment on the fly.
Terrence, if Manny Pacquiao's watching, what do you tell him right now?
I tell him nothing. Just, if it's me and him that's fighting, so be it. If not, then we move on.
He's a southpaw. How are you against southpaws?
Just as the same as anybody else.
Have you scouted him when you've been ringside at his fights? Have you been watching him, knowing, thinking you're going to fight this guy in the future, picking him apart?
Never. But as a fighter, you always, in your mind, match yourself up against another opponent that's in a weight class above you or in the same or even under you.
If you ever move up to 147, what do you think about a fight between you and Bradley? How would that play out?
We'd never fight.
Because he's a spar and stuff?
No, that's like my bro. That's like fam.
Is there anything you saw tonight that impressed you the most about Tim? Something?
Yeah,
What?
Tim, his combinations, his accuracy with his jab, his straight right when Brandon Rios coming in, he showed me some different things in there.
What have you been thinking about the Gennady Golovkin hype? All his victories, are you a believer in him?
Well, until he fights somebody that's going to fight him back, it's hard to say, but that guy can punch real hard and he got some skills, so who's to say he's not real?
What difference did Teddy make tonight with Bradley? What did you see that Teddy brought to the table?
Well, Teddy brought whatever he brought. I don't know. I really can't say too much because I don't know what they was working on. I don't know, what their game plan was going into the fight.
Do you think he looked better than he's looked in the past, do you think?
But you got to think of the type of fighter he's fighting. Until he fight a different caliber fighter, we can't say.
You plan on pursuing a fight with 15 pounds on him tonight. Did that make that knockout even more impressive too? He was 170.
Yeah, that's big, but at the same time, he didn't look like Brandon Rios even getting in the ring. So.
Were you impressed a lot with Tim Bradley and Lomachenko tonight? They both seem to have great performances.
Oh yeah, of course. I feel Lomachenko gave the guy, some rounds to stay in there. I feel he could have turned it up more. He was in control of the whole fight. Tim, he was winning every single round. So both of them looked impressive.
Hey, Terrence, were you surprised that Bradley was able to beat Rios at his own game on the inside when people thought that Bradley wouldn't really have that much of a chance on the inside?
Well, it was a mixture. It was a mixture of inside and outside. And me knowing Bradley, he has the speed and the movement to, beat Rios to the punch.
Do you plan on pursuing a fight with Adrian Bernard?
No, that ain't my decision. Being that he with Al Hanen, that's, up to our promoters and our managers.
2 weeks from tonight, Cotto Canelo, are you going to be there?
Yeah, hopefully.
If Cotto's watching, I know you're going for him. You even told me 500 push-ups. If Cotto wins, what do you tell Miguel Cotto tonight if he's watching this video?
Use your jab.
You think that's his key to win? What does Canelo need to do to win?
I can't tell you that if we got a bet.
Terrence, Bob is saying that, if Canelo wins this fight in 2 weeks, the fight he's motivated to make, that he spoke to Golden Boy about, is with Canelo against Bradley at probably a catch weight of 155, 154. Based on what you saw tonight, and it's be a big size difference, would Bradley be highly competitive in a fight like that, or is it too much size in the end.
And I think Bradley would be competitive in anybody fighting anybody, because that's just the type of person he is. You know, when you doubt him, then he rises to the occasion.
Who would you pick in a fight like that?
I don't know. It'd be hard to pick, but I'm picking Bradley.
Terrence, does 147 right now only make sense for a Pacquiao fight?
For who?
For yourself, let's say they say we got the fight for you, but it's got to be at 47. Is that the only fight you'd go to 47 for right now?
Well, being that Pacquiao is not a big guy. You know, if you notice, Pacquiao walks around probably at 145. You know, you have to eat to make weight. So I don't see the reason for me going up. He would just come down.
What about a unification with Victor Postol recently?
Yeah. If that fight with Pacquiao don't happen, then, you know, my manager and everybody gonna talk business and we'll see what we can come up with.
Terrence, who do you have on your pound for pound list, given that so many people say that you're the pound for pound king? Who do you think is up there?
Roman Gonzalez.
I
I know you're real high on Andre Ward.
Andre Ward.
Lomachenko after tonight's performance?
Well, he is the same way, you know, but he's up there. We can't.
Michigan State 38. Nebraska 39.
All they got in the state is you and the football
That's
team.
what we needed. Told you.
What's it like to carry a state?
Oh, it's great. You know, I've been carrying my city on my back since day one. You know, and if you go back to my interviews with Top Rank, and I told him, I said, I'm going to carry him on my back and I'm going to be here for a long time. I'm going to become world champion someday.
Terrence, one of the things that really jumps out when you fight is the counter punching. It's really incredible. Would you say that's your bread and butter? That's what makes you really stand out, make you a special fighter?
Not really. I think my whole arsenal makes me stand out. Because if you watch me, one day I might counter punch, one day I might turn southpaw, one day I might go get you. So it's a mixture.
Like the Ricky Burns fight, right? You fought on the inside.
Right, it's a mixture.
You met Warren Buffett many times. What's the best financial advice he gave you?
I met him one time, and that was the time you seen me with him.
That's it? He didn't give you any tips on how to handle success?
Not really.
Did it ever surprise you were able to pack that place in Omaha? They've never really had boxing there, and your first couple fights there, you sold the place out.
Well, actually, we did have boxing here. Y'all just wasn't around.
Well, that's true.
You know, when I was an amateur, I used to pack it up. Probably 3,000 people just to come and watch me amateur. So I knew I was going to pack it once I became a professional. When I was earlier in my career, I asked, when we going to fight in Omaha? When we going to fight in Omaha? And Bob told me, you become a world champion, your next fight going to be in Omaha. He kept his word, and he showed up, and I showed him what I can bring to the table.
Bob Arum also said that if you fight Manny in Vegas, you'll bring 3,000 or 4,000 people easy from Omaha to Vegas. Do you see that happening or more maybe?
Of course. You know, I got people every day, all day asking me, am I getting the fight? They already booked their tickets just in case I get the fight. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people will come down and show support.
So is it safe to say it's Manny Pacquiao and then everyone else when it comes to who you want to fight?
Oh, of course. You know, first it was Floyd Mayweather, then Manny Pacquiao was the number 2. Why wouldn't I want to go for the top guy, around?
Terrence, do you think it would help you get that Pacquiao fight if you more aggressive on calling him out, or you just like it is what it is?
No, just beat me. You know, I'm not the type of guy to call people out, as you know. I just let my manager, my promoter, I let them do that, and I handle the rest.
Were you surprised that Victor Postol dominated Lucas Matisse the way he did?
Not at all.
Did you pick him to win that fight going in?
I picked him.
Oh, you did?
I picked him to win, being that Lucas Matisse can't handle boxers. You know, he's a straight come forward fighter. You know, even though Postol did a lot of grabbing and holding, that kind of frustrated him, but he did what he had to do to get the victory.
What style is more difficult, Postol or Pacquiao?
Both of them.
Yeah.
You know, I feel, both of them pose difference. You know, Postol with his holding and clinching and his ranginess, and Pacquiao with his footwork and his speed and his moving.
Okay.
Freddie Roach said that he would prefer that Pacquiao fight you instead of Amir Khan. What do you think about that?
Well, that's his preference. He is coach. Let's make it happen.
Speaking on that, Terrence, there's, obviously you and Khan are the two front runners for the fight. If, for whatever reason, they went with Khan instead of you, how would you see Khan matching up to Manny's style?
Khan, he's a very fast fighter. He's long. I think Khan gives anybody trouble.
What do you think about his team saying they already had the contract signed and sent in, and then Bob said we never even made a contract?
I didn't pay no attention to it. Like, if he do, he do. If he don't, he don't. That's not none of my business. They be worried about it or even care.
Is it tough to be a star in a city like that where everywhere you go, the whole city knows you? You can't do anything stupid.
Not at all. They
you're
love
enjoying
me.
it?
They love me. Everywhere I go, you got a lot of people respectful. They see me. Hey, let me let you eat first, and then can I ask you for an autograph or take a picture? And that's my city.
Do you feel that you're inspiring a whole generation over there to become boxers? Now everybody wants to go to the gym?
Not at all. I don't want to inspire everybody to be boxers. I tell people, be what you want to be. A lot of people come up to me and tell me that I gave them influence to go harder in whatever they doing, rapping, football, basketball, or even pursuing school. I give them the motivation to keep on doing it, and that somebody can make it from Omaha, Nebraska, because we really don't come up out of Omaha. So I got a lot of people thanking me and pushing hard to their goals.
Hey, Terrence, a lot of fans are looking at you and Errol Spence as the future of boxing. How well do you know Errol Spence? I
don't know him that well. I met him a couple of times just at some fights, but he's a talented kid.
How long you expect to stay at 140? For a while?
Well, like I say, I'm comfortable at this weight right now. I just moved up. This is my second fight. Well, third fight, but second fight actually at 140. Till my body tell me I can't make it, and my manager and my coaches decide that it's best for me to move up, then so be it.
Which knockout do you think made a bigger statement, yours or Bradley's?
Well, both of them. Both of us made a big statement. He stopped the guy that never been stopped before. I stopped the guy that never been stopped before. So both of us.
What is it about possibly beating Manny Pacquiao that means the most to you? Is it the recognition, the legacy, or the financial security? What is it?
Never about the financial security. I beat the guy named Manny Pacquiao. Where would that take my career?
The Hall of Fame level.
Me to the next level, to pay-per-view status, to pound for pound, to everything. We're trying to get to that next level.
Thanks a lot.
Terrence, we're going to give you that old Kelly song the question. Did you ever think that you would be in this position, when you were laid up with, bullet, lodged in your body and everything, coming from Omaha, Nebraska, not exactly a boxing hotbed or something like that, in a position where, you're making visits to, was it Uganda and Africa, and having, on the verge of being, global icon, facing Manny Pacquiao. Is that something you envision?
Well, no, not at all. Like, I always picture myself being a world champion since day one, but everything around it, everything that's come with it, I never imagined. I never imagined being Fighter of the Year or being on a Ring magazine or having everybody call me the pound for pound #1 in their words. I never imagined that, but it's something that I take, as a responsibility to keep training hard and keep doing what I'm doing.
Ward-Kovalev.
Ward.
Why?
Because he's the best. I just feel like the man ain't lost since he was, 12? He always find a way to win. I feel like Kovalev ain't never fought nobody with the skills like him.
He fought B-Hop.
B-Hop was old.
Do you think inactivity might hurt Ward a little bit? He's had only like 1 or 2 fights since 2013.
You seen him come back when he ain't fought and how long, and he looked even better. So I just feel like, he's going to come back stronger. He's going to come back hungrier because he feel like he got something to prove.
You compare it to when Floyd Mayweather was inactive, he came back and fought Juan Manuel Marquez?
It looks phenomenal. Sometimes your body needs that rest.